What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out some new Mermail support coming out of Circuit Break, and this is surprising to me. This is Mermail Nereiabyss, and the reason that I say this is surprising is because it's not like I don't expect us to get legacy support for older archetypes, because you guys know we have been getting a lot of legacy support revealed. We got a new Dark World card in Card of the Duelist, we got some new Cyber Darks, there are new Roid monsters, so much legacy support. It's just, I don't really think of Mermail the way that I think of some of those GX and 5Ds and original DM decks like Amazon. Is because, I mean, Mermail are from Zexal. They're not really that old of an archetype. So it is interesting that we are going to be getting more supports. And if I can look a little deeper down the rabbit hole, I wonder if this means we might get new Fire Fist cards, because I've always thought of Fire Fist as like the official rival for Mermail, because Cosmo Blazer and Abyss Rising pretty much came out like back-to-back, water, fire, you know, the battle of the elements and whatnot. Obviously, they had their own format, the fire-water format. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at Nereiabys and see what she's good at and what she can be used for. So she is a water, obviously, because she's Mermail. Aqua type, level 3. She's 1200 attack, 2000 defense. Her stat line is actually excellent for a level 3 monster. Being able to put her on the field defensively and knowing that you should be relatively safe unless your opponent does bring out something from the extra deck is pretty comforting. Both of her effects are hard once per turn. Her first effect during each player's turn, you can discard this card, then target one water monster you control, destroy another water monster in your hand or field, and if you do so, the targeted monster gains attack and defense equal to the original attack and defense of the destroyed monster until the end of the turn. Okay. Effect number 2. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can draw one card, then discard one card from your hand. All right, so I like the thoughts of Mermail getting new cards, and I like the artwork of this card. I like her, I like her stat line, but outside of that, I don't really think this card is that good for Mermail. And I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, come on, Cap, just give it a chance." I've really thought hard about this. She seems like she's kind of gimmicky, and there's only one like really legitimate play to her. The problem with that play is it's something that Mermail already specializes in. Like, I know a lot of people are going to be thinking, okay, Cap, but you know, Megalo can attack twice. What if you have like an Abyssius and a Megalo? You attack your opponent with Abyssius directly, then you blow up your Abyssius, and then you give your Megalo the stats and you attack them directly. And it's like, yeah, that's cool. The problem is you're probably going to OTK them in that situation anyways, even if you don't have Nereiabys available. And basically, your best play is, I guess, like an OTK play. But the thing is, Mermail already specializes in OTKing anyways. Like, if this card was worded just a little bit differently, it could have been so much better. For one, to my knowledge, she doesn't trigger any of the Atlanteans. Atlanteans have to be sent to the graveyard as a cost, unless I'm mistaken. This card destroys, so obviously not being able to trigger Atlanteans is, I mean, that kind of sucks, because if you could like blow up your Dragoons and then like activate the effect, like that would have been pretty sick or pretty sweet, but you can't do that. She also doesn't trigger Gundy. I know a lot of people can be like, Cap, you can use Gundy with her. No, you can't. Gundy has to be discarded. Again, this card actually destroys, so I mean, the Gundy synergy's out the window. The Atlantean synergy's out the window. The only card that I think that she specifically synergizes really well with is Abyss Lindy. The problem is, like, who really runs Lindy anymore? Like, people run maybe one Lindy, if that. You're never going to really see people run those old style Mermail from Zexal, where you're trying to outgrind your opponent. Like, Mermail are so fast of a deck, even without instant fusion. Mermail are so fast and explosive. Like, Mermail want to basically end the game in like the first couple of turns. So, you know, you don't really have that grind game Mermail with a bunch of Lindies anymore. Like, everything is so predicated with the first couple of turns. And I know that kind of seems like, you know, she'd be useful in that, but I don't know, man. It seems like you're taking a -2 for the potential of OTKing when Mermail are already so good at OTKing already. And I also don't think her on-field effect is going to be that useful, because when do you ever see yourself setting this card unless you have absolutely no plays? Like, let's be real, you'd almost always rather summon like Deep Sea Diva or the Nereiabyss or something way better. Like, if you have to set this card, that means you super bricked. And I guess her second effect could work with something like Gundy, but I mean, at that point, do you really, if you're setting this card within the first couple of turns, do you really have your graveyard set up? I don't know. She seems like more of a good thing. Like, Mermail are already so good at OTKing, I don't really see them needing another card that helps you OTK. It's just weird that they wouldn't make this card work with the Atlanteans. Like, I don't understand why she couldn't just, you know, send another card from your hand or your field to the grave. It would have triggered the Atlanteans, and I don't know, my opinion, probably probably would have been different. But I mean, I think it's a nice thought, and it's obviously cool to see Mermail get support, but I really wouldn't run this card. Even if you do, you're not going to run more than like one of it, because she doesn't have a lot of synergy with the archetype as a whole. So you guys let me know what you think. I'm sorry that this, I guess, review had to be so negative, but I don't know, she didn't really do much for the deck that the deck can't already do. I mean, even with Alendor, and I'm pretty sure there are so many different ways to OTK and Mermail easily, but I could be mistaken. Maybe there are a bunch of ways that I'm missing. I'm just kind of down her because she doesn't work with Gundy and she doesn't work with the Atlantean. So you guys let me know what your thoughts on this card are, and leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, let's cross our fingers for more Mermail. I would like to see, you know what I would like to see? I'd like to see either a Link monster, or I'd like to see another Xyz, because Mermail have what? They have a 2 and a 7 as far as Xyz go, right? Like a 3 would be kind of cool. I mean, Mermail have more than enough 3s to make a 3 possible, or just to make like a Link 3 monster. That would be pretty cool too. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.